Anybody home in there? Can you hear me? Okay, good. You can hear me. It's working. Anyway, so thanks for coming back. Welcome back, whatever you want to call it. I'm George Louvre, like it says up there in the corner. Anyway, we're gonna talk film. We're gonna talk another movie here pretty soon. Pretty good one. Tom Hanks movie. I think it's Tom Hanks. Is it Tom Hanks? Yeah. Yeah, Tom Hanks. Anyway, so they make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon, and come back for watching all these movies, and tell everybody you know to watch all these movies, because we're making movies to try to help with the income of the household here, because I'm having job problems since Joe Biden's been in office. Here in 2002 too. Anyway, it's the Davinci Code. That's what we're talking about. It's a mystery thriller love story. Ron Howard written and directed. Directed by Ron Howard, and it was written by Akivia Goldsman. Yeah, 2003. So this is a 2006 movie, and you got to stick around because this one's pretty good too. It's kind of a mystery thriller. They run around trying to figure out the Da Vinci Code in, where are they? London, France, I don't know where they're at. Paris, I think. I'll figure it out. I'll tell you. Just stay tuned. We'll figure it out. So anyway, they're running around checking the signs to find the chalice, the golden chalice, or the chalice of God. This is a holy movie. Men of God, all kinds of stuff. They're trying to sort through the Da Vinci Code, through the churches. They go visit all the churches in London, or all the churches in the area where they're at. They get in trouble, get caught by the police. They're trying to figure out the Da Vinci, what's going on, and they're trying to find this thing. And he gets framed for murder at the beginning of the thing, or wants to talk to him because he was on a book tour in this city, and the police come and get him, take him to a museum where his mentor, friend, older man, and he ends up running around with her granddaughter. It's London. Sorry, it's London where they're at. So anyway, London, England. They're running around trying to figure out the Da Vinci Code to find this a chalice that they're looking for, which basically would have been Maid Marian body. Because they say she had a kid out of wedlock, even though he was preaching all the other stuff, but Jesus Christ, and they're looking for her body so they could prove the bloodline, and then they show how she got separated from her family with a crash and blown up and all that. So they're real serious about getting rid of the Jesus Christ bloodline in this movie. That's just all kinds of fun, outrageous. They're running around checking all these churches, looking for this chalice, and they end up going to find key. They had a key. They went to a safety deposit bank at a bank at Zurich. So they're all over the place in this movie. And they get all kinds of clues, and they have to follow them. They have to look them up, do research. They did research on a bus, on a phone. They did all kinds of stuff on this movie. It was pretty good. So I guess the 2006 works for a cell phone. It was a flip phone, by the way, they did this with. And it really turned out to be a pretty fun movie. It's one of those movies you got to pay attention. Then when they get to the bank, the bank man, after they figure out how to retrieve, because they get a little suspense, they retrieve the crypttext so they can escape. But the police show up a little faster than everybody expected. Well, at least that's what they say in the movie. And then the bank manager helps them get out in an armored car. It gets past the police roadblocks, and then when he gets out the middle of nowhere where he's going to release them, he tries to get the cryptex for himself and fires a shot, and it ends up getting in the door rail, so the door don't shut all the way, and he runs off with it, and then they end up chasing him down, getting it back, and then they end up, going to a rich friend, and talk about it, and they end up on a private plane. They fly off someplace else, and they do a little hide right in plain sight type of thing from the customs. They get them in a car, and they're off to doing something else. This is, like I said, the two stay together throughout the whole movie. It's really a pretty good movie, and the idea of chasing for a holy grail, following ley lines and all kinds of stuff, it makes it kind of interesting. It's like playing Clue. It just keeps you interested, keeps you coming back for more and wanting to see if they actually get there. It's one of those on the edge of your seat movies at times, because you don't know if they're going to make it or not. Then they finally figure out the code of the cryptex, and they're going to reveal the code right here. Apple, the code for it is Apple, so you can tell them how to do it when you watch the movie. The code for that cryptex is Apple. Then they realize they talk about the deadly family car crash, the grandfather that raises her because he's doing all kinds of religious ceremonies that involve physical activity. Let's put it that way. Then they do all kinds of fun stuff. They run around all over the place. They've got lots of action. I think there's a couple of explosions in there. I know there's lots of car crashes. It's really interesting in how they did this, and it should be something that you go get and watch, and put what you think about the movie in below. If you've already watched it, go watch it again and put what you think in below. Now, they end up finding out where towards the end, they didn't find out where it is, but they found the granddaughter's place back with her family, or the church that she grew up in, or grew up partially in before her parents got killed. And then after a while, he ends up figuring out towards the end of the movie, at the last minute, you think everything's lost. He didn't find the cryptex, and then all of a sudden he finds the holy chalice, holy grail, I should say, holy grail at the very last minute of the movie. So the whole thing's solved. They've got monks in there beating themselves up. They've got preachers or ministers or reverends, whatever you want to call them, dying in this thing, trying to stop it from going. They've got rich guys turning, flipping, doing all kinds of stuff, and it's got lots of twists and turns in it. And like I say, I gave it a 6. So I forgot one thing. We forgot one thing. Almost forgot one thing. That wouldn't have been good. So this was a Sony Pictures release. The release dates were 2 of them. They released it in May 17th, 2005 in Kansas. Oh, I don't know. I can't get it. My brain's not working for that right now. And then 2019 and 2006. It ran 149 minutes long. That comes in handy when you got the remote. It was United States English. They spent $125 million on this thing, and they made $760 million at the box office. So they did a pretty good job with this movie. And like I said, we got to give that one a good 6. Hell, if I had a 10-star rating, I'd probably give it that. But Tom Hanks never fails to do a pretty good movie, or a good movie. Anyway, so we'll see you on the next one, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week. And be careful, be safe, and have fun.